Hi students. Standard integrals which are of the form. So we are going to find the integration of a particular derivative which are in this form or this. So likewise the 7. We are taking this as a standard forms along with the previously what we have learned. So this is some 7 more standard integrals what we have apart from the beginning. Right, before going to the concept directly, we just I wanted to compare this integration with the differentiation. So we used to play one game like they give one card, printed some pictures on that particular thing. It can be breakable, right? So we can break it very easily. So without damaging that particular thing, right? That's a particular condition what we have. If I want to break it, it's very easy. So that is nothing but differentiation. If you have learned the formulas properly, what we have less compared to the integration, we can do problems in a differentiation easily. But going to the integration, while we are replacing the parts and we are making it as a picture what we have in the starting, right? So at the time we have to search which part is we can able to fix and we can able to attach to the first one what we have selected, right? So it takes time, no, right? And we need to analyze which part is suitable and we have to cross check, then we attach those. In the same way, integration also has many formulas and we have to check whether the particular formula is suitable to the given problem. So till now we have learned a few problems based on some standard formulas, and if suppose those are not suitable for that particular problems, right? Whatever the standard forms we learned, those are not suitable, that might be comes to this particular form, then we have to use these particular forms, right? So in this way, we can compare integration as well as differentiation, whereas integration has more number of formulas and it differs problem to problem, and we need analyzing the problem and we have to use a suitable formula. Okay, right? So what are the formulas they have given? This particular formulas. So 1 by x square minus a square dx can be integral of 1 by x square minus a square dx can be taken as 1 by 2a log modulus of x minus a by x plus a plus a constant c. 1 by a square minus x square 1 by 2a log a plus x by a minus x plus c, and integral of 1 by a square plus x square dx, which is equal to 1 by a tan inverse of x by a plus c. See, we have to remember these formulas to solve the problems. For that, we just can take some tricks. Say I have x square minus a square. X square minus a square can be remembered as x minus a by x plus a. If it starts from a, if I get a square minus x square, then in numerator I get a plus x and in denominator a minus x. Okay. Later, you see this one, it is in the form 1 by 1 plus x square, like if you place a value as 1, which is the derivative of tan inverse x. So if I compare in that particular form, I can remember easily, which is nothing but equal to 1 by a tan inverse of x by a. 1 by a tan inverse of x by a. Like next one, 1 by a square minus x square, the derivative of a sin inverse x, which is in the form 1 by root of 1 minus x square. But I have a here. But in this particular case, we won't get here 1 by a. We get directly sin inverse of x by a plus a constant. This is the derivative of secant inverse x. So that's what we get in terms of 1 by a into secant inverse of x by a. If those are not in that particular form, we got x square minus a square and a root. Don't get confused with these two. If I have a square minus x square, I go to sin inverse of x by a. X square minus a square, we go to log of modulus x plus root a x square minus a square plus a constant c. 1 by root x square plus a square dx gives log mod x plus root x square minus a square plus a constant c. So in this all particular cases, we have to consider the value of a is greater than 0. It's a positive. A is always positive. Ultimately, a square will be positive. Like in this particular cases, you see x modulus of x less than a, and here x should be greater than a. Modulus of x should be less than a represents sin inverse, where sin inverse defined. Sin inverse x defined in between -1 to 1, right? So if I get here this one x as modulus of x less than a, then it satisfies the condition. Same way this all, right? So we derive these formulas. How we get these things? Here itself, I can give some small suggestions, right? Like I have these particular formulas: 1 by x square minus a square, 1 by a square minus x square, which is nothing but x minus a into x plus a minus x into a plus x. Okay, and coming to this 1 by a square plus x square, 1 by a square plus x square. See, it is in the form a square plus x square. While going to, whenever we learn the differentiation, we consider, if we have in the form a square plus x square, we consider it as x as a tan x. If it is a square minus x square, we consider x as a sin x or cos x. If suppose it is in the form x square minus a square, we suggest it as either secant x or cosecant x. So if it is a square plus x square, then we use either tan or quad. If it is a square minus x square, in place of x we use either a sin x or a cos x. So for these particular things, we can use a cosecant x or secant x. Okay, let me solve these particular problems. We check whatever we get. Okay. Integral 1 by a square minus x square dx. So can be written as 1 by a plus x into a minus x dx. So how we are going to split these particular things? We have in denominator product form. If we are able to write it in a summation, sum form, we can able to find its integration easily. So for that purpose, what I am doing, so 1 by a plus x into a minus x I have. So I want to split this. If I need a constant, it's very easy for us. We can multiply and divide by constant, because with the multiplication and division of a constant, the integral will never change. But if I want to multiply and divide by a variable, inside and outside, it changes. So if I want to do that particular things, adding or subtracting of a variable, we should not eliminate everything. If I want to add x, I have to subtract x, and I should write in the form a plus x into a minus x. So for the purpose, I am adding x and I am subtracting x. First thing got over. Next, I need a plus x and a minus x. So if I write a plus x plus a minus x, see, I consider this a plus x as one part, a minus x as one part. What we get a resultant? Plus x minus x will get cancelled. So I get 2a. So I have an extra constant. I multiplied the integral by 2a. It's a constant, so we can divide. Then this can be rewritten as, so I have to divide 1 by 2a. So 1 by 2a into a plus x by a plus x into a minus x, which is nothing but 1 by a minus x, plus a minus x by a plus x into a minus x. So a minus x gets cancelled, 1 by a plus x. So I want to find its integration. So 1 by 2a constant, take it outside, 1 by 2a into integral 1 by a minus x dx plus integral 1 by a plus x dx. Now 1 by 2a into 1 by a minus x, which is nothing but log mod a minus x by log mod a minus x by x coefficient, because it is not in the form 1 by x, it is in the form 1 by ax plus b. So coefficient of x is minus, plus log modulus of a plus x by 1 plus an arbitrary constant c. Now it is in the form log a minus log b, which is nothing but log a by b. So our answer 1 by 2a log modulus of a plus x by a minus x plus a constant c. What we got? Okay, this is the integration of 1 by a square minus x square. You have to try 1 by x square minus a square. Next, integral of 1 by root of a square minus x square dx. A square minus x square dx. See, if I have a square minus x square, I should substitute x value as a cos theta or a cos theta or a sin theta. So I prefer a sin theta. If it is x square minus a square, that's your work. You have to substitute in place of x, a secant theta. If it is x square plus a square, if you don't have any root, then go with either a tan theta or a cot theta. In place of theta, we can use t as well, right? Now, put x is equal to a sin theta. We use t. See, we are more comfortable with t, so I use t. X is equal to a sin t. Then dx will be equal to a into cos t dt. A into cos t dt. Right? So I am simplifying it. Integral 1 by root over a square minus x place I have to substitute as a sin t, then I get a square sin square t, and in place of dx what I have to substitute? A cos t. So a cos t dt, right? Integral a cos t by, I can take here a common, a square common, root of a square is a, and what I get? 1 minus sin square t, which is nothing but cos square t. Root cos square t is cos t d. So cos t cancel, a cancel, I get only integral dt. Integral dt is t plus a constant c. So what is t? What is t? I have x is equal to a sin t, then x by a will be equal to sin t. T is equal to sin inverse of x by a. So I must write the answer in terms of x. So I got the answer in terms of x, which is nothing but sin inverse of x by a plus a constant c. Later we move on to the next proof. X square minus a square or x square plus a square. X square minus a square or x square plus a square. See, if I have x square minus a square plus x square, wait a second. Right, only 1 by root of x square minus a square if I have is. Okay, if I have 1 by root of x square minus a square dx, you just work out 1 by root of 1 by only x square minus a square. So 1 by root of x square minus a square, for this particular purpose we need to use x as a secant t. So dx will be equal to a into secant t into tan t dt. So now which will be equal to integral dx can be written as a secant t into tan t dt by x square a square secant square t minus a square. Now integral a into secant t into tan t by, take a square common, root of a square is a, root of secant square t minus 1, secant square theta minus 1, tan square theta, so we get tan square t. So root of tan square t will be equal to tan t. So a and a gets cancelled, tan t and tan t gets cancelled, I have a dt. So integral secant t d, integral secant x dx. So what is the answer? Integral secant x dx, log mod, yes, log mod secant x plus tan x. log mod secant x plus tan x. So we get the answer log modulus of secant t plus tan t plus a constant c. Now what is secant t? Secant t is x by so I get log modulus of x by plus tan t. What is tan t? So secant t I have x by a, tan t, tan theta is equal to root over secant square theta minus 1. So we can write it as root over secant square. So x square by a square minus 1 plus a constant c. So if I take LCM as a square, I get x square minus a square by root a square, which is nothing but a. So what I get? Finally I get log modulus of x plus root of x square minus a square by a plus a constant c. So this can be rewritten as log modulus of x plus root of x square minus a square minus log a plus a constant c. But log a is a constant. Constant plus constant will be also equal to a constant. So this total can be replaced by one capital C. So this is our answer, which is nothing but integral 1 by root over x square minus a square. 1 by root over x square minus a square is equal to log mod x plus root over x square minus a square. Okay. What happens if the problems, whenever we are going to the problems, they won't give the problems in direct form, right? They give in reducible form. Reducible form is nothing but like integral 1 by 4x square minus 1. So we learned formula dx. We learned a formula which is in the form integral 1 by x square minus a square. So x square minus a constant whole square. So in front of x square we don't have anything, means the quotient of x square is 1. So whenever we are solving the problems, the first and foremost thing what we have to remember, we have to make quotient of x square as a constant. So for that purpose what we can do, take 4 common in denominator, 4 common x square. I don't have here 4, so if I don't have, what I do, multiply and divide. This 4 came outside as a common, so it remains 1 by 4 dx. So integral 1 by, so this 1 by 4 is a constant, take it outside, 1 by x square minus 1 by 2 the whole square. Now it is in the form x square minus a square. Yes, we can apply the formula. What is the formula of 1 by root over x square minus a square? 1 by 2a. So 1 by 4 as usual into 1 by 2a. 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 log modulus of x minus a by x plus a. X minus 1 by 2 by x plus 1 by 2 plus a constant c. So here 2 and 2 gets cancelled. I get the answer 1 by 4 log modulus. This can be simplified by taking LCM as 2. So I get 2x minus 1 by 2, 2x plus 1 by 2. So 2 and 2 will be gets cancelled. So I get the answer 2x minus 1 by 2x plus 1 plus a constant c. Okay. Now we go to the problems. We go to the exercise and we can do number of problems. Definitely we get a clarity in this particular exercise. Problem number 1. Integral dx by root over 16 minus 9x square. Integral dx by root over 16 minus 9x square. Thing you remember, x square quotient must be always 1. So we can take here 9 common instead of taking 16. So take 9 common for the purpose. So in that particular way, what it will be? So it will be reduced in the form like integral of 9 I taken as common into 16 is not 9 multiple. So what I should do? Multiply, divide by 9. So I get here 16 by 9 minus x square. And I know root 9 will be equal to 3. So that 1 by 3 taken outside common. So I get integral 1 by 4 by 3 whole square minus x square under root dx. So this acts as a square minus x square. So what is the integral of 1 by root over a square minus x square, which is nothing but sin inverse x by a. So our answer is 1 by 3 into sin inverse x. In place of x I have x only. In place of a I have 4 by 3. So I get 4 by 3. So our answer 1 by 3 sin inverse of 3x by 4 plus a constant c. Okay. Next question. Same question if I want to do in another way. So what is that another way? Integral 1 by root of 16 minus 9x square dx. The another way, other way. So which is nothing but the application which was what we learned in the second exercise, f of ax plus b form. So in place of x, if I assume ax, then I have to divide the particular thing by the quotient of x. So for that purpose, in that way, it will be reduced in the form 1 by root over 4 square minus 3x the whole square dx. So I am just assuming it in the form a square minus x square. In place of x, I have ax plus b. That should be clear. So if it is in the form ax plus b, so our answer sin inverse of x by a. So ax by, so if it is ax, we should not read this one as ax. So take it as px plus q. So sin inverse of px plus q by a. So whenever it is px plus q, the quotient of x we have to take in denominator, right? By p means x quotient is 3. So our answer 1 by 3 sin inverse of 3x by 4 plus a constant. In this way also we can solve the problem. Okay. This is useful whenever you have a problems like 1 by 2 square minus 3x plus 4 whole square. If you are able to convert in this particular form, then it will be useful. Few application oriented. Next problem, take next problem. dx by x into root over 9x square minus 16 x into root over x into root over 9x square minus 16 dx by x into root over 9x square minus 16 dx. So as usual, we have a quotient of x square as a 9. So we should make the particular problem in the form x square minus a square, right? So for that I am writing it as 1 by dx by x into root of x square minus 16 by 9. So take a 9 common, root 9 value will be 3. So I take it out. Now this can be written as 1 by 3 out dx by x into root of x square minus 4 by 3 whole square. So answer 1 by 3 into is secant inverse. See, what is the integration of 1 by integral of 1 by x into root of x square minus a square 1 by a into secant inverse x by a 1 by a. So that I didn't substitute here. This 1 by 3 is the coefficient of the integral. So 1 by 3 into 1 by a. The value of a is 4 by 3. into secant inverse of x by a, x by 4 by 3 plus a constant c. So now 3 and 3 gets cancelled. My answer 1 by 4 secant inverse 3x by 4 plus a constant c. Okay. Next question. X to the power of 4 plus 1 by x square plus 1. X to the power of 4 plus 1 by x square plus 1 integral x to the power of 4 plus 1 by x square plus 1 dx. So if we get this type of problems or nothing but integral 2 into y square by y square plus 1 dy. So both are similar to each other. So we have to split this particular thing, which is nothing but like x to the power of 4 by x square plus 1 plus 1 by x square plus 1. So this can be written as integral x to the power of 4 by x square plus 1 dx plus integral 1 by x square plus 1 dx. So this can be equal to tan inverse of x by a. So I have to write 1 by a tan inverse x by a. So 1 by 1 is 1, that's why I didn't write. So 1 by 1 into tan inverse of x by 1 plus a constant c. So what about this? F of x degree is more than g of x degree. So if f of x degree is more than g of x degree, what we suggested? So we said take its a division, later we simplify. So I have to divide this x to the power of 4 by x square plus 1. Start doing x square plus 1. X square times I get x to the power of 4 plus x square minus and minus cancel. So I get here minus x square. So if I take minus 1 into x square minus x square minus 1 into plus 1 minus 1. So plus it gets cancelled. I get the remainder as 1. So after getting the remainder, what we have to do? So f of x by g of x can be written as quotient plus remainder by is g of x divisor. Okay, so this can be rewritten as integral x square minus 1 plus 1 by remainder is 1, no? X square plus 1. So x square minus 1 plus 1 by x square plus 1, right? So perform its integration. So integration of x square x cube by 3 minus integration of 1 is nothing but x plus integration of 1 by x square plus 1 tan inverse of x plus tan inverse x plus tan inverse x plus tan inverse x 2 tan inverse x. So what is our answer? X cube by 3 minus x plus 2 tan inverse of x. Okay. So whatever the next, you just take it as 2 into integral of y square by y square plus 1. So you must divide this y square by y square plus 1. If not, so what I can do, y square by y square plus 1 can be rewritten as, so we need adjustments. So let's do that. I can add 1, I can subtract 1. So instead of doing division here, I can add and I can subtract. Then it can be turned in the form like y square plus 1 by y square plus 1, 1 minus integral 1 by y square plus 1. Okay, it's y square plus 1. That way, in that way we can solve, we can simplify the problem. Next one. Integral x to the x divided by x power 4 minus 1 integral x divided by x to the power 4 minus 1 dx. I can write it as x square whole square minus 1 square, but directly it is not in the form 1 by x square minus a square. Okay, if it is not in that particular form, we have to go for the substitution. So we can substitute in place of x square a constant, a variable t. So if I substitute x square as t, then 2x into dx will be equal to dt. See, in the numerator I have x dx. So what to do? Multiply and divide by 2. See, if I multiply and divide by 2, it reduces in this particular form. Then start doing the substitutions. So 1 by 2 integral 2x dx can be written as dt by x power 4 can be written as t square minus 1 can be written as 1 square. So it is in the form 1 by x square minus a square, which is nothing but equal to log modulus of x minus a by x plus a. So t minus 1 by t plus 1. T minus 1 by t plus 1 plus a constant. But it is not t. We need the answer in terms of x. So we get the answer as 1 by 2 log x square minus 1 by x square plus 1 plus a constant c. After that, next problem we write root x by small mistake you see here. What is it? Integral of 1 by x square minus a square dx 1 by 2a into log modulus of x minus a by x plus a plus a constant. By seeing this 1 by 2, I just forgot that part. This 1 by 2 is multiplication of integral, so it is separate. So I need again 1 by 2a. 2 into the value of a is 1. So 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. 1 by 4 into something is our answer. Integral of root x by root of a cube minus x cube. Root x by root of a cube minus x cube. Yes. See, here it is not in the particular form a square minus x square. How I can convert this one in the form a square minus x square? Just take root and square. Means multiply and divide by 2 the power. Then it becomes integral root x by root of a cube can be written as a power 3 by 2 whole square minus x can be written as x power 3 by 2 whole square. So now put this particular part as t. So x power 3 by 2 equal to t. Derivative of this particular thing 3 by 2 into x power 3 by 2 minus 1 m minus 1. 3 by 2 minus 1 which is nothing but 1 by 2. So x power 1 by 2 dx will be equal to dt. So x power 1 by 2 is nothing but root x. So it is available in our given problem. Root x dx is available, but 3 by 2 we don't have. So what can I do? Multiply by 3 by 2 and divide by 3 by 2. 1 by 3 by 2 is nothing but 2 by 3. So replace the substitutions. So 2 by 3 integral. This particular part can be written as dt by root of a square minus x square. A power 3 by 2 whole square minus this part I can say as t square. So according to the formula 2 by 3. For sine we won't get 1 by a. Clear? So that 1 by a we will get directly sine inverse of x by a means t by a. t by a power 3 by 2 plus c. So final answer, we place the substitution t 2 by 3 sine inverse. The value of t is x power 3 by 2. So I can write it as x by a whole power 3 by 2 plus a constant. Okay. Next problem. Sin x plus cos x. Sin x plus cos x by 9 plus 16 sin 2x. Sin x plus cos x by 9 plus 16 sin 2x integral dx. So in substitution, a particular fifth exercise, I think so we discussed. So whenever we see sin x and cos x combination, if I have a plus, just replace sin x minus cos x as b. If it is plus, minus. If it is minus, plus. Now find its differentiation. Derivative of sin x is cos x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So minus into minus plus. Dx will be equal to dt. In the same way, if I consider this sin x minus cos x as t, squaring on both sides, what I get? If I do squaring on both sides, what I get? Sin square x plus cos square x minus 2 sin x cos x, which will be equal to t square. But I know this is 1 and I know this is sin 2x. So I need sin 2x, that's the reason I did squaring. Okay, we may get confused. Why we are doing squaring? Why we are not doing cubing? We are doing squaring because I need sin 2x. So this is sin 2x, transfer to right side. So sin 2x is equal to, this value is 1 minus t square. Now start substituting. Sin x plus cos x into dx can be replaced as dt. So dt by 9 plus 16 into sin 2x is 1 minus t square. Integral. Simplify, this is equal to integral dt by 9 plus 16, 25 minus 16 t square. So as in terms of x, what you followed here also same thing we need to follow. So what to do? We have to make t square quotient as 1. Further take 16 as common. So 1 by 16 integral dt by 25 by 16 can be written as 5 by 4 whole square minus t square. Now it is in the form dt by a square minus x square. A square minus x square 1 by 2a log modulus of a plus x by a minus x. So our answer is 1 by 16 as it is as usual, because it's quotient, into 1 by 2a. What is a? 5 by 4 into log modulus of a plus x, 5 by 4 plus x by a minus x, 5 by 4 minus x, plus, sorry, it's not x, it is t, plus a constant c. Simplest form you have to write now, 2 times and 2 8 times. So 1 by 40 log modulus of, what is t? What is t? Sin x minus cos x. Replace it. 5 plus 4 into sin x minus cos x by 5 minus 4 into sin x minus cos x plus a constant c. Next problem. Integral dx by integral dx by 11 sin square x plus 4 cos square x plus 5. Integral dx by 11 sin square x plus 4 cos square x plus 5. Remember, everything we have to convert either in the form sin square x or in the form cos square x. It's clear. If I want to convert everything in a sin square, what should do? Put cos square x as 1 minus sin square x. Then this can be reducible in the form integral dx by 11 sin square x plus 4 into cos square x can be written as 1 minus sin square x. 4 into 1 4 minus 4 into sin square x 4 sin square x plus 5 integral dx by 11 minus 4 7 sin square x 4 plus 5. I feel this one as a t, sin x as d. If I take sin x as d, what's its derivative? Cos x dx will be equal to dt. But I don't have any cos x in this particular thing, right? So if you face these type of things, then what we have to do? So if the problems are in the form like 1 by a square sin square x plus d or 1 by a square cos square x plus b or 1 by a square sin square x plus b square cos square x. If you see the problems in this particular manner, then you have to convert these terms in the form either in tan or in terms of cot. So if I want to convert this one in the form of tan, how can I do? So I have to multiply and divide it by cos. So if I want to multiply this entire thing by cos square x, I have to divide everything by cos square x. Then cos square x into 7 sin square x by cos square x plus 9 by cos square x. Later, again it has multiple of 7, so I must take 7 as outside as a common, right? I do it later. So integral dx 1 by cos square x can be written as secant square x. So secant square x dx by 7 into tan square x plus 9 into secant square x. Again we face problem here, tan square x plus secant square x I got. So convert the secant square x in terms of tan. Later you proceed. So integral secant square x dx by 7 tan square x plus 9 into secant square x can be written as 1 plus tan square x, right? 9 into 1 9 plus 9 into tan square 9 tan square. So 9 tan square x. Now I get this one as secant square x dx divided by 7 plus 9 16 tan square x plus 9. So quotient of tan square x must be 1. So I take, sorry, before that, okay, let me substitute. Later we do substitution. Now what can I do? I can take tan x as t, then secant square x dx will be equal to dt. Then substitute, we get integral secant square x dx, which is nothing but dt by 16 t square plus 9. That's why I'm telling from here to that. So want to take 16 common, right? Take 16 common now. So I get 1 by 16 integral dt by t square plus 9 by 16 can be written as 3 by 4 whole square. It is in the form 1 by x square plus a square plus x square, which is nothing but 1 by a into tan inverse of x by a. So I get 1 by 16 into, this is actual multiplication factor, you keep it like that. 1 by a, value of a is 3 by 4. Tan inverse of x, so t by a, 3 by 4. 4 ones are 4, 4s are. So I get 1 by 12 into tan inverse of what is t? T equal to tan x. 4 tan x by 4 by 3 tan x. Tan inverse of 4 by 3 tan x. So I give one problem for you, you solve, which is nothing but dx by 2 minus 3 cos x. So how to solve this? Cos 2x is not x, cos 2x. Substitute cos 2x from any one of the problem, any one of the form, which is nothing but 2 cos square x minus 1, or 1 minus 2 sin square x, or sin square x minus cos square x. So after that, follow one of the problem. I have given 3. See that 3, make use of that 3 and convert this in the form of tan square or cot square. Proceed. Next problem, integral of root of a plus x by a minus x dx. Integral root of a plus x by a minus x dx. A plus x by a minus x. So whenever we get this type of irrational forms, do rationalization and try to get a rationalizing factor, nothing but the rational one in denominator. Means rationalize numerator. What to do? Rationalize numerator. Okay? Sorry. It's not like a rationalized numerator. See, try to get numerator as a rational number and denominator as irrational. Means as a square root form. Here we cannot say rational or irrational because we get sometimes, so a plus x may be any real number. See, if I have a plus x also, we cannot say it is a rational, right? So for that, one better word I can use. Numerator square root free. Make it free from the square root. Denominator can have a square root like that. We just convert in that form. Later we go for the simplifications. So for that, what I do, integration of root of a plus x by a minus x. So I multiply numerator and denominator by a plus x dx. A plus x into a plus x whole square. Square root will be gets cancelled. I get in numerator a plus x by root of a plus x into a minus x, a square minus x square dx. So whenever we get in this particular form, we have to split. So a by root of a square minus x square plus x by root of a square minus x square. So this is in the form 1 by a square minus x square. That directly nothing but sin inverse of x by a. So a I take outside. A into sin inverse of x by a. But coming to this, it is not direct form. So I have to use any substitution. Only if it is in denominator, then I can go for substitution. Then I can go for direct application. But I have in numerator x. So for that purpose, I am considering this x square as t. So if I take x square as t, 2x dx will be equal to dt. So what I get? If I take x square as t, I get 2x into dx as dt. So if I substitute in this particular form, so I get as x square as t, 2x dx will be equal to dt. then this is converted in the form 2x dx. I don't have 2x dx, multiply and divided by 2. So 1 by 2 into integral dt by root of a square minus t dt. Dt already I wrote, no? Root of a square minus t. Simplify this first, later you substitute. Take it as I and simplify. I is equal to. So this can be written as integral a square minus t power minus 1 by 2 dt. Now integral of ax plus b power n form. So ax plus b. So answer a square minus t power minus 1 by 2 plus 1, which is nothing but 1 by 2 by minus 1 by 2 plus 1. Up to this the regular form got over, but I have to divide entire thing by coefficient of x in place of ax plus b, coefficient of x. So here coefficient of t is minus 1, so divided by minus 1 plus a constant c. Now substitute the value of t. I will be equal to a square minus t is x square, no? A square minus x square under root by 1 by 2. So I can write it as 2 by minus 1. So finally I get it as minus 2 into root over a square minus x square, this particular part, plus an arbitrary constant c. Now what is our answer? Our answer will be equal to a sin inverse of x by a plus 1 by 2 into minus 2 root of a square minus x square plus a constant c. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Our answer a sin inverse of x by a minus root of a square minus x square. Next, integral 2 power x by root of 1 minus 4 power x dx. Integral 2 power x by 1 minus 4 power x under root dx is equal to k into sin inverse of 2 power x plus c. Sin inverse of 2 power x plus c. Find the value of k. See, we have here 2 power x, here we have 4 power x. 4 power x can be written as 2 square whole power x. 4 power x can be written as 2 square whole power x. It is nothing but 2 to the power of x whole square. Power m whole power n can be written as a power m whole power m. Both are same. So I can rewrite this 4 power x as 2 power x whole square. Later substitute 2 power x as t. Differentiate. A power x differentiation, a power x into log a. In place of a I have 2 dx, which is equal to dt. Substitution. Integral 2 power x dx can be written as 2 power x dx can be written as dt. What about log 2? So I need to multiply and divide by log 2. So I get 1 by log 2 into dt by root of 1 minus t square. Now 1 by log 2 into 1 by root over 1 minus x square is nothing but sin inverse of x by a. So sin inverse of x is nothing but t by a value 1 plus a constant c. So it is nothing but 1 by log 2 sin inverse of t is 2 power x plus a constant c. Multiplied by k, nothing but k. K is equal to 1 by log 2. One more problem, final problem. Next problem, integral sin of x minus alpha by sin of x plus alpha under root dx Same procedure. If I have a root, make it a numerator free from the root. So it is equal to integral sin x minus alpha by root of sin x plus alpha into sin x minus alpha dx. Okay, it is the form sin x minus y, which is nothing but sin x cos y. In place of y I have alpha, minus cos x sin y. In place of y I have alpha, by sin x plus y into sin x minus y. Sin x plus y into sin x minus y, which is nothing but sin square x minus sin square y, or cos square x minus sin square y. Okay, two ways I can write. How many ways? Two ways. What is that? Root of cos square y alpha minus cos square x, or sin square x minus sin square y. So why sin square x minus sin square y and cos square x minus cos square y minus cos square x? Why I wrote here the two forms? See, it is a combination, no? It's a combination. Here sin x is a variable, cos is constant. To use a proper substitution, I need here the denominator in the form of cos. Denominator in the form of cos. Why? If I take this cos x as a t, I get sin x dx will be equal to dt. Right? Coming to this particular part, I have a cos x. So for that this won't work. I need in terms of sin, because if I take sin x as a t, for proper substitution, sin x as a t, sin x derivative is cos x. So cos x dx will be acts as dt. So for that purpose, we need to know both. Okay. So now this I am going to split integral cos alpha can be taken out, sin x by root of cos square alpha minus cos square x dx, minus take sin alpha as a constant, sin alpha into cos x. So if I have cos x, these both are same. If the variable is sin x into dx, use in denominator in terms of cos. Okay. Now it is a cos x dx. So I want to express in terms of sin. So I use here sin, root of sin square x minus sin square y dx. Now put cos x is equal to t. Then cos x equal to t, then it becomes minus sin x dx will be equal to dt. Okay. So minus sin x dx. I don't have minus. So what I should do? Minus minus. So this can be replaced as dt. Simultaneously, I want to do this also. Put sin x as some u. Cos x dx will be equal to d. So cos x dx can be replaced as d. So if I do that, the problem is reduced in the form minus cos alpha integral dt by root over cos square alpha minus cos x I took as t, no? T square minus sin alpha into integral du by u square minus sin square y as a constant, sin square y under root minus cos alpha 1 by root over 1 minus x square, 1 minus x square, which is nothing but sin inverse of x by
So I get sine inverse of x by, in place of x I have t by cos square alpha, t by cos square alpha, sorry, cos alpha, it is a square, na, a value is cos alpha, minus sin alpha into, it is in the form 1 by root of x square minus a square. What is the integral of 1 by root x square minus a square? Log modulus of x. In place of x I have u plus root of u square minus a square na sin square y plus a constant c. So now final answer, replacing t and u, so I get minus cos alpha into sin inverse of t cos x by cos alpha minus sin alpha into log u sin x plus root of sin square x minus, it's not y, I hope, it's alpha. Is alpha, no? Yes, it is alpha. Sin square alpha plus a constant c.